Hi, Big Tractor Power fans. I'm at the 2021 Farm Progress Show, and we're going to visit with Aaron and Ryan about a new planting team. I would say it's a dream team. We've got the 8RX and the upgraded 1775 NT planter. Got a lot of updates, and we're looking at an 8RX 410. What are we going to be seeing in the field in 2022?
Yeah, thanks for having us. So behind us here is an 8RX 410, like you mentioned. The new thing for model year 22 with this is the integrated liquid fertilizer tank. So you can kind of see back here above the back tracks is a tank. And so this tractor can carry 1,000 gallons of liquid fertilizer right on board there. It's really nice too because it's on a track tractor like this. It spreads that weight out across a bigger footprint and has a lot more flotation to minimize compaction in the field as you're going through. So again, the high rate or the larger carrying capacity makes it easier to carry higher rates of fertilizer through the field.
Why don't we take a look at it? It looks like it's nicely integrated into the overall design of the tractor, and right over the track.
Yeah, so it's really nice where, as you can see, you can still get in and out of the cab really easily. If you're in the cab, it doesn't impede your visibility at all either. So you've got still easy in and out of the cab, good visibility, and then like I say, it's completely integrated, factory installed. Or if you do have an existing 8RX, we can now field install these exact rate tanks as well.
That's nice to know. I know some farmers that are already looking at those, so they'll like to know that.
Yeah.
And so we come back here and we can see the where the fill up is and the gauge. And
yep. So like I mentioned, it's cleanly designed into. You can still see everything back here right from the cab. And then also you notice all the plumbing and everything is completely designed together. So the whole thing works together as one big solution with tractor plus planter. It's all designed together. There's no third-party kits or aftermarket attachments, stuff like that you got to contend with. It's all factory installed and ready to go for you.
Well, that's good. Well, I guess we'll talk to Aaron now and see how we move from the tractor over to the planter.
Perfect.
Thank you.
Within the Exact-Rate tractor tanks on the 8RX tractor, we do have integrated tank rinse and agitation. So if we think about other products or different applications, we do have that kind of one still integrated system for that. So as we transition on the fertilizer piece back to the planter, you can see here, basically here's your fertilizer transfer. So Exact-Rate fluid transfer system. This is, I guess, where the tractor ends and the planter starts from an optionality standpoint. But this is all really one integrated system. So we think fluid transfer goes back to a larger fertilizer tank. So this one's a 450, but we go up to 600. So if you think about pairing with the 8RX, total capacity is up to 1,600 gallons of liquid. So really a lot of capacity.
That's very handy because I know a lot of times when I'm filming these, they're stopping more often to fill up with liquid than they need seed.
Yep. So if you think about 20 gallons an acre, about 80 acres between stops with this full system. So the other kind of updates we have is really through the Exact-Rate system on the row unit. So if you think about our Exact Emerge planters and Exact-Rate fertilizer system, now we're able to really precisely place seed and fertilizer row by row. So if you think about curve compensation, really metering per row, we're able to do that with this full system just very, very seamlessly. So then a couple other updates. Of course, it wouldn't be an 8RX conversation and a full solution conversation without tracks. So factory tracks available on our.
Why don't we walk back there and take a look at it?
Yeah. So here you can see our track system. So this would be available in model year 22 right out of the factory with the tracks installed on the planter. So really what we're touting here is it lowers that ground pressure to about 13 psi. So if you think about that as a very, very low ground pressure, as Ryan talked, benefits of 8RX with a long track footprint. Similar thing when you're carrying all that weight on that planter, right? So a lot of capacity here, but all carried on tracks, treads very, very lightly in the field.
That makes a big difference, especially having it spaced out over 4 tracks.
Yep, exactly. And see, we're really not given really too many trade-offs here because we're still able to transport 20 miles an hour with the track system as well. So if you think about this, full track solution, larger capacity for fertilizer on both, and realistically just a very matched set for high rates of fertilizer.
That's good. And I noticed that they've changed the style of the commodity tank on the planter. Does that add a little more capacity or just a new look? Or?
Yeah, we'll have about 30% more capacity as well in the commodity tanks. And yeah, the new styling really to match the 8RX. Our Moline friends will say, well, that was our own thing, but no, to match the 8RX. So it's really nice looking rig too to boot, right? So nice system, all factory. You're seeing kind of the total solution here without a doubt. You can order each individual component separately as well. So that's the important thing. Hey, I'm really not ready for the tractor yet. All those options we talk about on the planner are available by themselves or together, and then conversely on the tractor as well. So we still have that good mix of wherever the customer's at in this journey.
Now, and if you're using your tractor for a grain cart in the fall and then tillage in the fall, do you leave the tanks on year round, or is that?
Yeah, absolutely. And as we saw there, very, very integrated. Fenders are integrated in there. All your lights are integrated in there. So the system's really designed to maintain really great visibility that the 8RX is known for, without having to remove tanks, let's say, as you go into fall, whether it's on a cart or tillage or whatnot. So the tanks are intended to stay and really not be in your way in those other seasons, I guess, so to speak.
Well, that's great. Well, I appreciate the information. It helps me out when I'm going out to see these in the field and know what I'm looking for to film, but I'm excited at seeing these in the field next spring.
All right, yeah, we're excited too, so awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I'm gonna just step over here before we sign off, and you can see those new tanks on the planter definitely stand out, and it'll be exciting to see this new ExactEmerge 1775 NT and the 8RX tractors with the tanks on them in 2022. Thanks for watching.